International media watchdog Reporters Without Borders says they are concerned journalists in Sri Lanka are facing a new wave of harassment. The government says members of the media have been subjected to intimidation since Gotabaya Rajapaksa took office last month. Some journalists have resigned and left the country. Charles Stratford reports.
These journalists work for a Sri Lankan online news organisation based in the capital, Colombo. Gihan Nicholas helped set up newshub.lk 2 years ago. Mobile phone video shows the moment police raided the offices on November the 26th. And security camera recordings show police and what the journalists say were plainclothes IT specialists looking through files on their computers. The police said they were acting on a complaint that the website was publishing inflammatory articles against Sri Lanka's newly elected president, Gotabaya Rajapaksa.
Following the establishment of the new regime, everybody is, there's an alert issued to them. It's not being said verbally, it has not been put down on paper, but everybody has this, big shadow behind them. That's not a good development at all.
Gotabaya Rajapaksa was Defence Secretary during the latter part of Sri Lanka's civil war, which ended in 2009. His brother Mahinda was president. It was a particularly dangerous time to be a journalist in Sri Lanka. Journalists were often beaten up, kidnapped, imprisoned, and some even murdered during the 2005 to 2015 rule of Mahinda Rajapaksa. Now, his government always denied responsibility, and despite there being improvements in media freedom in recent years, few, if any, people have been punished for those crimes. Journalists now fear that the recent election of Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who chose brother Mahinda as Prime Minister, means they could face similar threats again.
It is that fear of what it was once like and what it may become again, and what the nature of the man who is now in power as president that is driving the censorship and the unilateral decisions of editors and owners and journalists themselves to dial down the reporting.
The government says allegations of intimidation are false and politically motivated.
There are few institutions or few organizations who really made it during the campaign that the Rajapaksas and the Rajapaksa regime should not be tolerated or they should not be elected. Very same people may be making those comments. So I'm just saying that it is completely grossly unfair for one to do that.
Analysts say the media in Sri Lanka is deeply politically polarised. The news channel Derana broadcasts in the Sinhala language. It is openly supportive of President Rajapaksa, who is from the majority Sinhalese community. The channel has been accused of being heavily biased towards the new leader. Its chief executive says the channel is purely catering to Sri Lanka's majority ethnic group.
We understand the pulse of the people, we know the problems of the people, so we tell the truth to the people.
Back at the news website offices, Gihan admits the police raid scared him. He describes journalism in Sri Lanka as an occupational hazard, and he's sceptical that things will improve under the new government and its leaders who deny inciting violence against journalists in the past. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Colombo.